about to start the next, well, we've already started the next budget cycle, the next legislative session, and it's more important than ever that we keep building on what we've started. So I'm going to try to be really brief because I have probably the least interesting part of what you've heard today, but I want to let you know all the resources we have available so that you, as individuals and your agency, can get plugged in. In our first year, we had a huge amount of growth, going from 0 to more than 10,000 people, but we have to keep building on that. We all know that legislators in particular care about the numbers when it comes to the voters who are paying attention to the issues, and we've shown that when we get people engaged, we can make progress, so we're going to keep building on what we've done. There's two main ways to get plugged in. A lot of agencies involved with the Providers Council already have what are called co-branded pages. They're pages on thecaringforce.org, co-branded with an agency logo so that you can send it out to the folks who work for you as well as who volunteer, donate, support, are involved in your board. However they're connected to you, there's a place where you can send them that is going to be connected to your agency so that you can communicate through an email or whatever works best what the connection is between the Caring Force and your agency and why they should join, get them plugged in. And then in person, we have the Caring Force pledge cards, which I'm embarrassed got left behind. So instead we have sign-in sheets over at that table. If you didn't sign in when you got here, please make sure you do so we can know that you were here. But we're happy to ship as many of these as you need to your agencies. You can do what Mike does. We also do have t-shirt order forms over there, but we can send you some t-shirts, send you some pledge cards. You get people in at trainings, at orientation, new hires, at events that you organize in your programs, whatever it takes to get them signed up, and then we're happy to take care of that data entry, or we have members who do it themselves. But the numbers matter, and once we get people plugged in, we're then able to get them the information they need to take action. And just one small fact that I found out when we were preparing for this, almost a third of the folks who have joined the Caring Force have done so through those co-branded pages, which I think really enforces the importance of using them. I mean, as human service providers, you are our most direct link to both the workforce as well as the people you serve. And so we're happy to make those available. Please talk to me at any time if you want to have a page developed for your agency if one doesn't exist. More broadly speaking, Sherry talked about this at the beginning, but we're thrilled to work with Blue State Digital to launch what we feel like is a really dynamic website. We try to keep it as fresh with content that's relevant and impactful as possible. Our blog is the place that you can go when you want to just touch base and see what's going on in the sector or what we're doing at the Caring Force to stay active in the community. And then those four main buttons on the side are the most important ones you can use. Joining is the first step. Contacting your legislators, obviously Representative Linsky talked about how important that is, and then sharing your story. I mean, I don't think anyone in here wasn't moved to hear Ann, Cora, and Lisa talk about what's been going on in their programs. It's our goal to collect as many of these stories as we can so that we can, throughout the year, share them both with our legislators as well as the broader community. I mean, anyone who paid attention to the video contest we did saw some really moving things, and those were fun for the people who participated, but they're also really valuable because we can share them with our members and the rest of the community throughout the year. So please invite you to share your story. And then we try to have events as often as possible. We also serve as a clearinghouse for subsector advocacy. So if you're going to be at the State House with another trade group or advocacy group, please let us know and we'll add it to the calendar. Check out that calendar to see what's going on. And also obviously find out where we're going to be next. And you should make sure right now you mark your calendar for April 9th because that's when we're going to be visiting the State House again this year. And since we launched the site, we've had 24,000 people visit it, and 43 of them have joined. So please, if you don't...
Thank you for inviting us to this employment options.
Well, thank you for coming. So please make sure you check out the website and get involved. Again, this just runs down all the different things you can do with the site. And if you're on social media, we're active on Twitter and Facebook, so please check us out, follow us, like us. We send even more frequent updates that are of interest, so please stay connected as well as you can. And as Mike mentioned, we love going on the road. We've visited a number of organizations over the last year, and we've also been pleased to go out and support or participate in some way in a number of subsector advocacy events. And we're going to keep building on that. So please, the most important thing you can do is let me know where and when, and we'll try to get some people there to be a part of it. And of course, everyone loves a free t-shirt, so really, I encourage you to sign up and put it in order if it doesn't get your agency's action. So with that, I think that's as quick as I can do it. And I'll let Mike.
So a good meeting ends early, right, especially on Valentine's Day. In between meetings, I snuck out and I got the flowers, I got the thing, you know. And my wife, she said, "You were so busy yesterday." I said, "I squoze it in." That's like the past tense or something like that, whatever. But if you have any ideas, for example, Metro West has a legislative breakfast. We want gold T-shirts. If you are part of the, a parade in Boston, St. Patty's Day, if there might be the LBGT group. Whenever there's a large group of people, we would like to be there. So if you think of those kinds of things. So April 9th, then unfortunately we can only have 300 to 400 people on April 9th because last year at the State House, where's Bill? They will not invite us back if we do what we did last year. As Bill said, we pissed them off. Yes, we had too many people. But I still envision, Bill gets agitated over this, but I still envision 5,000 people on the common, you know, or 10,000. You know, no, seriously, at HMEA, we can get just about every day service person up there. So think big, think in numbers, think in long term. And I want to say one final thing, because I'm on the road a lot, this is part of my stump speech. One way to reach people, I think, is to let people know that this is really about all of us, right? It's not just about the kid with autism. We are all, at some point, caretakers, right? You might have children. Your father might be in a nursing home. We at all, sometime in our life, need care. So we're talking about the child with autism. We're talking about the mom who can't feed her family. We're talking about that elderly person this weekend who couldn't keep their home. People in your family may have depression. 5 years ago, I needed help for depression after an operation. So it's about the human community. I view this as a discussion not just about one movement, but about who we are going to be as a state, right? When we have to make choices, are we going to be there for our brothers and sisters or not? I view this as the antithesis of the Tea Party. I view this as Occupy Boston, but with a brain. So this is going to be a long-term thing that's going to go on beyond me, and it's going to have leaders like Cor and Ian and Lisa. So please get on board. It's easy, and we need big numbers to carry us into the future. So thanks, everyone.